What's up guys, Origin here, and today we got a first look at War Thunder's ground forces in action. This is actual gameplay from their live stream that I snagged earlier today, and it shows a couple different things, a couple different tanks fighting each other, and different abilities and things like that, and I'll take a couple minutes and dissect a few parts of the trailer that I thought were pretty cool, and show you guys some of those things in case you missed it.
Да что ж такое-то? Никак не попаду.
Right now we're just watching a couple Russian tanks duke it out, a couple KB-1s.
Горит. О, как взрывается боеукладка.
And we'll take a look at some of the tanks in the hangar that they were showing off. Quality's kind of poor from the live stream, so you can't really read the text on the tanks. I'm not well knowledgeable enough in World War II tanks to know what these tanks are. I believe that's the Stug 2 or 3, something like that. I believe that's the T-34. That's KB-1 again, I believe. And yeah, I'm sure you guys will correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, so feel free. One of the cool things I noticed in the trailer was they're testing the World War mode. You'll see here at Ju-87's diving on these two tanks down here. You see the two tanks, zoom in close so you can see they're actually down there here. And he drops his bombs. Blows both of them up. Something you notice down at the bottom right is it says WT Test 434 killed WT Test 433. So the KB-1 was killed by the Ju-87. So that's player versus player combat right there. And the airplane controlled by a player killed the tanks controlled by a player, which I think is freaking awesome. Glad they finally showed some combat of that. It looks really cool. And you'll see him here going on for another attack on another enemy tank, and Powell runs into an invisible tree, it looked like, so we've all been there. And then you'll see right after he crashes his Ju-87, he spawns into a tank, which is fucking awesome. Mixed hangars, tanks and aircraft in the same battle. You can just pop them out. I think that's badass. I'm getting hyped back for War Thunder again to bring out these tanks. Sick as I am of getting pilot kills and shit on my airplanes, I ain't gonna get a pilot kill inside of a tank. They probably add that shit in the future. Yeah, so here he takes that other tank out. Little zoom in and sniping action going on. Here's something else that's really awesome. Look down at the bottom there. You see 4. He presses 4. It brings up a little overhead view with the cursor here. And you hear him? He says ball, whatever he says in Russian, and then he says artillery. He calls in an artillery strike on these guys. Awesome. And I noticed earlier in the video there's a tank that doesn't have that 4th key there, so I don't know if that's a tank specific ability or area specific maybe. But certain ones didn't have it, and you'll see this one, he has it here. He's driving along down this hill and there's no enemies around, and I think he's just testing it for the live stream, but you'll see him pull up his cursor here in a second and start looking around. You'll see he calls in right about this area here where I have marked with the arrow, and we'll keep an eye on that spot, and he just drives through it and it starts exploding on him. So he's just kind of demonstrating the artillery to see what the effect is when you're in it. So it looks like indirect hits just cause splash damage, but direct hits are the ones that actually kill you. There's another clip of a tank fighting another tank, and he ends up missing him because he's behind these rocks, so he decides to call an artillery strike on his ass. He's just behind those rocks. He's dodging them, hiding behind those rocks right there, so he decides to call an artillery here. Listen to the whistle. So I just wanted to take some time and show you some of the things I thought were the coolest in the trailer, and if you guys didn't notice them or haven't seen it yet, there you go. I'm going to take some more time in the future here and dissect the footage I got from the live stream a little bit more, and maybe get a little bit more hands-on time, quote-unquote, with each individual tank. So let me know if you got any questions or comments. Leave them below, and thanks for watching, guys.